And after several recent incidents, it's no surprise some travelers are thinking twice about taking to the skies. But Denver 7 has found that doesn't seem to be slowing down the holiday rush.
This Memorial Day weekend is shaping up to be one of the busiest on record. AAA tells us more than 3.5 million Americans are expected to fly, up 2% from last year. And it's not without some challenges. In Austin, flights were temporarily grounded Wednesday due to air traffic control staffing shortages. At Newark Airport near New York, the FAA is still limiting flights after a series of system outages blamed on low staffing and aging technology. Denver 7's Veronica Acosta joins us live tonight from DIA.
And Veronica, you've been talking to travelers, and most are telling you they are not delaying plans because of those air traffic control issues.
They are not, and perhaps the best evidence of that is the steady stream of travelers we've seen going through security lines right here at DIA. Many of them that I spoke with telling us that they have no reservations about getting on a plane. While the kickoff to summer is almost here.
Always excited to be at the airport.
The travel period that welcomes it is in full swing starting Thursday, which is exactly when the Lafrenières are headed out on 2 separate trips.
We're headed to Globals for Destination Imagination. Ellie's team is going to the global competition in Kansas City.
While the other half of the family heads to a warmer climate.
We didn't want to stay home by ourselves, so we decided to go to Universal Studios to ride roller coasters.
The Lafrenières are just 4 of the nearly 443,000 passengers expected to go through these security checkpoints between Thursday and next Tuesday.
Locally, we're going to see a lot of those travelers. In AAA booking data, Denver is the number 9 destination. In Hertz car rental data, Denver International Airport is number 2.
A busy travel period at DIA at this time of the year is nothing new as millions of Americans take to the skies and roads. What is new? Communication outages at airports, including Colorado's largest. Last week, Denver 7 Investigates reported as many as 20 pilots flying into DIA were unable to speak with air traffic controllers for up to 6 minutes because of radio transmitter outages.
In AAA data, we have not seen folks concerned about airline safety.
The Lafrenières, proof of that perspective, going into the big travel weekend with no concerns.
No, not really. I fly a lot for work, so I'm here a lot.
I've never had a bad experience with flying. It's not a concern for me.
Not a worry as they and others make their way through a bustling airport. And ladies, the airport is busy tonight. The roadways are also going to be busy because of Memorial Day weekend. CDOT says I-70 westbound, of course, heading to the mountains, is probably going to be at its busiest tomorrow and then Saturday. We're at DIA tonight. I'm Veronica Acosta, Denver 7.
Always best to leave early if you're hitting the road or arrive at the airport early if you're heading to the skies. Yes. Well, digging deeper, Congress is taking a closer look at widespread issues with air traffic control systems involving problems affecting airports nationwide, including right here in Denver. Both Colorado senators, as well as Representatives Neguse and Neguet, are pressing the FAA and Department of Transportation for answers after last week's air traffic control outage in Longmont that Veronica mentioned. The FAA claims the disruption involving up to 20 planes descending towards DIA lasted only 90 seconds, but still hasn't explained what caused the outage.
We asked those questions a week ago and still no response. Is that acceptable?
No, that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable to a business. That's not acceptable to a state or local government. It's certainly not acceptable from the federal government.
We will keep pushing for answers. And in the meantime, you can catch up on our coverage on Denver7.com, including a retired air traffic controller's perspective and how Denver 7's reporting sparked conversation during a transportation committee hearing in the House.